The Smoker by David Schickler is read by Sean Leonard.
Douglas Kerchak taught 12th grade advanced placement English at St. Agnes High School on West 97th and Broadway. Nicole Bonner was the standout girl in his class. She was the tallest at 5'10". She was the oldest at 19 and the smartest with a flawless A. She wasn't the prettiest, Douglas thought, not beside the spunky nose of Rhonda Phelps or Meredith Beckerman's heart-shaped derriere. But Nicole was dangerously alluring. She had a chopped black Cleopatra haircut and wise blue eyes, and her recent essay on Othello had ended with this note. Dear Mr. Kerchak, last night in bed, I read Fear and Loathing in LV. It is puerile, self-involved gamesmanship. I suppose I don't love drugs enough, although my parents make me drink brandy with them every night. They consider it a gesture of affection. I saw you yesterday, outside the locker room, changing your shoes to go running, and your ankle looked quite blue. What did you bang it on? Respectfully, Nicole Bonner. This note caused Douglas some concern. He himself disliked Hunter S. Thompson, but Nicole had also written in bed and mentioned his bruise. It was Nicole's habit to do this, to call out random, intimate specifics from the world around her and bring them to Douglas's attention. She'd done it that day in class. Iago is filled with lust, Mr. Kerchak, said Jill Eckert. He's a Machiavellian bastard, said Rhonda Phelps. You know what's an excellent word to say out loud repeatedly? Nicole Bonner chewed her hair. Rinse. Think about it, Mr. Kerchak. Rinse. Rinse. That evening, as always, Douglas walked home to his shabby studio apartment. Douglas was 31. He lived alone, 5 blocks north of St. Agnes, in an apartment building filled with Mexican men who drank Pabst and had boisterous poker games every night in the lobby outside Douglas's first-floor apartment. Their nickname for Douglas was Uno, because whenever he sat with them, he had one quiet beer and bowed out. Uno, cackled the Mexicans. Come take our money, Uno. A 12-year-old boy named Chiapas rattled a beer can. Come get your medicine, Uno. Douglas grinned wanly, waved them off, keyed his door open. Rinse, he thought, frowning. Rinse. Rinse. After a quick sandwich, Douglas corrected essays. He was a tough grader, and he had short black sideburns with streaks of gray in them. He also had a boxer's build and a Harvard PhD in English literature and no wife or girlfriend. All of these qualities made Douglas a font of intrigue for the all-female population of St. Agnes, both the lay faculty and the students. But in truth, Douglas led a sedentary life. He loved books. He was a passionate, solitary filmgoer. And he got his hair cut every 4 weeks by Chiapas, whose father ran a barbershop down the block. All told, Douglas was a quiet, and he thought, happy man. He was also the only male teacher at St. Agnes. Cheryl, Audrey, and Katya, the 3 single women on the faculty, would have taken up the crusade of dating him, but he wasn't drawn to his co-workers. Cheryl wore electric shades of suede that confused him. Audrey had 2 cops for ex-husbands, and Katya, despite her long legs and Lithuanian accent, was cruel to the girls. So Douglas spent his nights alone, seeing films, correcting essays, and occasionally chatting with Chiapas and company. On this particular night, Douglas was barely into his stack of essays when the telephone rang. Hello, sighed Douglas. He expected it to be his mother, who called weekly from Pennsylvania to see if her son had become miraculously engaged. Good evening, Mr. Kerchak. Douglas frowned. Nicole?